Hey everybody, how are you guys doing? All right, I'm about to do another reading. This time it will be for this card right here. Technically, it's supposed to be the work card, le travail. Even though the young woman on it doesn't seem to be wanting to hold any of the shovels in front of her. You know. So yeah, this reading is going to be for this card, for the people drawn to this card. Let me try to, there you go, so we can kind of see it during the reading. All right, so I'm gonna get straight into it and see, and we're gonna see what comes out. All right. All right, so we're gonna start today with the Tower and the Thunder. So when the first thing I'm looking at when I'm looking at these two cards is something is going to be rocking your foundations. Because of the Thunder card next to it, I will say that it has something to do with something shaking the foundation of the castle that you have built. Okay, especially with this herd of bisons running towards. It's like something is aiming straight for you or straight for what you have built, straight for your foundation. You know, something is just going to be rocking your world. We're going to see what this is or what it means, or, you know, we'll see what the rest of the reading tells us. But in the meantime, it's there is really something that is going to be shaking your foundation. Either something will, you know, it really depends on everybody, depending on the, you know, it's going to be a bit different for everybody. The next two cards that we have are the Ten of Fire and Pachamama. You know, the feeling I get when I'm looking at these two cards, I'm going to link the Pachamama card to the Thunder card just because it's a nature card. I mean, you know, it's a nature card. And she's looking at, I'm going to say you. This card could symbolize you, you know. I think what I'm feeling from these two cards is that it almost seems like you have a lot of different projects that have started and that have not. It's like all of them are started, but there is none of them that are complete yet. It's like a bunch of started projects, and you have and you're being watched by nature, but by Pachamama. You know, she represents the forces of nature and a motherly outlook. You know, Gaia. You know, a motherly look on everything. And I'm kind of feeling like it's hold on just one second. Alrighty guys, sorry for the interruption. It was my neighbor again. Okay, so we were talking about the Ten of Fire and the Pachamama cards. Yeah, so I feel like either you have a lot of projects going on or you have a lot of project in your mind and you have a lot of trouble making a decision, you know? And I feel like making a decision on a true path that you are supposed to be taking, or choice the way you want your life for the next year to come, for example. And I feel like something is going to come and rock your world a little bit, you know, shake your foundation a little bit. So you make a decision. So you choose which way you want to go, what's the most important to you. And so you don't go and, you know, touch on many different subjects, but kind of start and then stop and then start and then stop. And then, you know, you have all these wishes that you want to set into motion, but to be able to set at least one into motion, you have to focus on it for a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? And I think this is what this is trying to represent. This is just representing the fact that you are having trouble deciding which way you want to go, and nature is gonna, or which way you want to go, what's the most important for you, you know. I also feel like because there is because now with everything that's going on, you know, you are bringing stuff to you, you know, with the abundance that you have earned and everything like that. I feel like now you feel like you can manifest whatever you want, but you have to focus on one thing to manifest it all the way. Otherwise, you just kind of like set it, ignite it, and then let it go, and then it just keeps going. And then you have all these ideas, all these wishes that are starting, and then they're just kind of there, but they're not manifesting. You have to concentrate on one long enough. You have to focus on one long enough to be able to manifest it. Okay? And so you have you have the law of nature, I guess, that's going to be looking over you, and that is going to shake your foundation to bring you a so you focus on only one thing, so your attention is set on only one thing. You can make a list of everything that you want, but you need to focus on only one thing for a while for it to happen. Not just a bunch of stuff. It needs to be an organized work, if I can say so. Alrighty. So the next card is the Hierophant, clarified by the Ancient Ones. And I think this is symbolizing the fact that you have everything, the support and the materials, yeah, to be able to do what you want to manifest. You have your table, you have all the ingredients that you need to be able to manifest the one thing, but you have to be, and the support and guidance and everything like that, but you have to concentrate on one to be able to do it. You can't start a potion and then just drop it and start another one, and then drop it and start another one. You have to finish the whole way if you want something that's clear. You know what I mean? If you want something that's that you can conclude. You know what I mean? That you can finish. You have to finish what you have to finish what you start. You have to finish what you start. I just think the Ancient Ones card that's right here, I'm trying to see if I see another meaning for it. But I do feel that there is something that there is, you have the Ancient Ones for me are just your backup, the Ancient Ones behind you, that are here to support you from wherever they are, to help you achieve what you want. Yeah, I'm looking at the cards. I see so many, I see similarities between these cards. And I feel like whatever you're going to be manifesting, you see how these two cards kind of, they do have a similar feel. Look at the moon behind the Hierophant, and then the moon behind the Ancient One. And then that ball of, I mean, it's where the number is, but it's, for me, it always looks like a ball of magic, that's just something you've created. And then this ball right here, I feel like whatever you're going to be choosing to do, you're going to be it's going to have an impact. It's going to have a positive impact on it, positive impact, and it's going to be divinely guided, for all the Ancient Ones. Everybody, whatever you're going to decide to do, or at least to start with, because you have so many ideas, whatever you're going to decide to start with, you're going to make your Ancient Ones proud. They're going to be witnessing, they're going to be guiding you, they're going to be helping you, and it's going to make them proud, because whatever you choose, you will be supported, whatever you do, because now you know where your heart stands. Your heart is in the right place. They know it too. You have proven many times what you can do, and what you can do and cannot do, and that cannot do, as far as in any negative sense. And now that you have proven yourself, they know they can trust you in whatever decision you will take. You will be trusted and supported. All right. So next we have the King of Water and the Rattle. There is this, I'm trying to analyze that masculine energy that's coming in, the King of Water. I'm going to show you the cards a little bit so you can check them out also. I feel in this pair, in this pair, you know, not this pair, but I feel like in this pair of cards, there is a, the rattle belongs to the King of Water. Maybe he's the one that is going to be, you know, the rattle for me is always a call, a nature call, you know. Maybe he's the one that is gonna, maybe you have someone in your life, a King of Water, or someone that is represented that has either, that is more like water energy, or, you know, that is a very caring, you know, someone that is extremely caring in your life. You like, he's playing with the fish, you know, he's just communicating and getting closer to the fish, you know, and I feel like it's someone that is very caring, that is around you, and that is going to, you know, shake that rattle so you get back on track. You know, it might be, maybe the King of Water is someone that is going to be either in the 3D, that is going to make this obvious to you, that something needs to, you know, whatever, in whichever way, you know, that is going to convey this top message for you. Or maybe it is a past one, you know, a past soul that is on, you know, in the, in our heavens, you know, and that's passed on, and that is going to guide you in the right direction, you know, because you're, remember that you're always protected, whatever you do, you know. You want, after everything you've been through, you are protected, and you're supported, and, you know, you support them, they support you, you know. Somebody, a spirit, a soul is going to be shaking the rattle and always guiding you in the right direction. And the fact that he's, you know, with the fish and everything, it's someone that is very sweet, very emotional, very fatherly, grandfatherly, just, you know, a sweet man, very sweet man, you know. That's very nice. I don't have any of those too much in my life. They're very rare, you know, and there's a pearl on top of his hair, like right here, a little pearl. And I feel like this is what this person is, you know, that, you know, gone or still here. They are a very, they're someone that are just a gem, you know, just so sweet, someone very kind, and that is lovingly looking over you, you know, and calling you in, you know. If you're that fish, they're just calling you in, but just, here, little fishy, let me take, here, you look lost over here, let me take you back to your family, or let me take you da 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 da, you know, like, here, there you go, little one, here, there you go on now, go on. You know, it's almost that feeling. It's just so sweet, you know. I think it's the person that is going to be bringing that sound in your heart, that something needs to, a decision needs to be made. Yeah, definitely guiding you. When I'm looking at this card like this, when they're down, but it looks like this rattle is in his other hand, and he's ringing in with his other hand, and it's like the fish, you, is like following the rattle, you know. It's like he's guiding you to go somewhere, you know. It's like, you know, that's so sweet. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, the King of Fire was clarified by the rattle and the middle world. You know, it's possible that this um, the way signs have been appearing to you to make decisions, or, you know, the way you have been guided also to make decisions, or might be, you know, you might have seen a lot of crows around, But you know, it's funny because when I'm looking at these three cards, the only thing that appeals to, not appeals, but the only thing that draws my eyes is that tiny little spark on top of that tree. The tiny little spark that is the same color as this rattle card. It's almost like in the midst of everything that's happening in the card, the rattle is ringing, but it's like something is happening, you know. And sometimes in cartoons, or you know, something is happening somewhere, and then there is a back shot, you know, they pull out the camera, you know, there is a pulling out of the camera effect, and then you can see exactly on above the forest where that thing is happening, because you can see, you know, whatever occurrence is going on, you know, like whatever just happened, and the close up you can see it in the back. That's what it reminds me of with this card, with this. There's something going on with the top of that tree, and the call. I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on this, but there's something there. I just know there's something there. It's just I'm trying to. Plus, with the fact that the color, I'll turn the cards around again, but well, I guess I can do it now. But the color here looks exactly like the color of the water. I think it symbolizes your protection. Again, just symbolizes the fact that you're protected. Because, I'm going to tell you why I'm thinking that. Because even though it's a tree and it's on land, and it is the middle world, look at the color of the water in the King of Waters card and the color around the tree. It's almost the same blue, almost the same color. And and then the fact that this is here, what it makes me think is that you are, because you are, you know, you are in this world above water, but there is this bubble, this protection, you know, where you know, he's shaking this in his, you know, in his dimension almost, and then it's having repercussion in your world. In, you know, you're in the middle world, but you're protected in this world, you know. You're protected, because even if your foundations are rocky, you know, you can see at the bottom of the tree, it's not, you know, even if everything is around you is kind of rocky at the moment, or whenever this thunder will hit, I feel like this is just to tell you that you're protected, and your environment, even though all around that bubble is the middle world, you know, inside the bubble, it's still you, it's you know, you will be fine, you know, you're protected. It's I have no other way to say that, because it's pretty much what I'm getting from it. You're being guided and protected, and it's this King of Water that's coming through at the moment, you know. It's always such loving energies, you know. At the reading I did last, it was this king of fire, and oh my god, the energies I was getting from that, you know, it's so loving. And every time, you know, there was it might be the same person, I don't know, but there was the heart on his hand in the other one, and this one is just so sweet, and it's, you know, guiding you, protecting you in this world, you know, sending you signs, crows, stuff like that. It's really cool. And then the next cards are the Ace of Fire and the Medicine Wheel. Yeah, something is because you see how you're being protected here, and then this is the glare, the little shine that reminds me of the rattle. Now, next you have the Ace of Fire and the Medicine Wheel. It's something that will heal you, but it makes me this the Ace of Fire in this spread. You know, you see how the two cards next to each other, they kind of make a, it's like there is something that was ignited here, and it's kind of burning a little bit of some of the leaves of that tree here. Something is gonna feel very I want to use the term hot. Something is gonna feel very hot. And but hot in the way oh my god, I'm having, hold on, hard because of the thunder and the bisons. You see how the run of the bison is so, it makes the ground shake, you know. And then the fire, once it ignites in the forest, there is nothing else around, and it's starting to ignite on those, you know, it's turning those leaves that color because of the heavy heat that's here. It's like that. It's going to feel very intense, very intense heat, very intense. Those are going to be very intense energies. I don't know, or I don't think if they will be directed at you. It might be around you. See how you're protected here? It might be intense energies around you, but it's intense energies that are going to help you grow with the medicine wheel here. Okay? It's something that is going to be, that is necessary for you. It's something that is necessary for you to learn your you know, to keep learning through, you know, your path of initiation, you know, to keep learning. Yeah, it's something is definitely gonna be shaking your world. Nothing too major. I don't think it has a lot to do with you, but it's something that you're gonna have to manage, and that is going to be good for you in the long run. You know what I mean? It could have impacted you closely, but it's not. It's not, because you have this protection around it. You know, he's calling in this circle around you. You know, he's guiding you. Almost like, also, it's almost like he's guiding you, and with the Ace of Fire, you're just only, I feel like whatever is supposed to be happening is, whatever happened is happening. It's supposed to happen, but it's for you to grow. It's not. I don't think it's nothing too bad, but it's some very intense energies. I can a little bit relate because of the day I've had today. Actually, I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, I can kind of relate. You know, those are intense times. You know, they haven't really touched me per se myself, but I've been, you know, I've definitely been getting the waves of it, and you know, it's you know, I have to really uh, how can I say that? I have to just keep going, and I know me myself, I am protected, but I know I have to also help and protect others. You know, that's just an extra thing that I'm saying through me. You know, it's not, you know, it's not in the cards, even though it's always, you already know, you already know that you have to protect others, you know. All right, I'm gonna keep going with the fortune's wheel, clarified by the wild woman and the rainmaker. Yeah, I think it's definitely something that's supposed to happen. Definitely something that's supposed to happen with the fortune's wheel. I'm gonna start with the wild woman. What I think the wild woman represents the a follow through of the ace of fire that we have over here. It looks like you see at the bottom of the middle world. It looks like that's where she would be dancing. The colors are very similar. She has this blazing feel to her at the bottom. You know, it's like she's just a ball of energy. Maybe it might with the wild woman. I don't like applying these cards to certain people, but maybe with the wild woman, maybe it's someone that is coming to stir up a little bit your life. It might be in the form of that. Someone that's coming. I don't know if it's either drama, family drama, you know, something that someone is doing that is making everybody a little bit, you know, that is someone that is bringing very intense energy, maybe. Because I think it's the same energy that's igniting fire here. So might it be either woman or just the energy of a wild woman, you know, just something. Either way, it's very intense because with the thunder and this, I'm just getting, but it's meant to happen with the wheel of fortune. With the wheel of fortune over here, it's something that is meant to happen and that you're going to be able to deal with. Okay? It's not a this just means for me that it's meant to happen. Okay? And then it's clarified also by the Rainmaker. And for me, the Rainmaker is often, even though it's a card of it has kind of the same feel as the Wild Woman. It's a very messy card, especially towards the bottom. I feel like rain is gonna come in, and see, it's supposed to happen, but it's supposed to end well because it's just rain for me, especially with the fire happening. It's something that is gonna come and soothe the situation, you know. And it's very probable that the Rainmaker is you as well, your energy also, you know, that is coming in, and your role is to rain on the wild woman. You know, make it rain. You know, I'm almost picking it up this way. You know, it's a very soothing energy, and especially with the rain and the fire. It's about making it toning down the fire. Shutting down the fire with water to stop the fire from taking on that forest, you know. So it might be, maybe it's a situation, yeah, that's going to be happening outside of you, something that's just going to pass by and rock your foundations with the bisons going on happening over here. You know, something, you know, a thunder from far away, or you know, you just feel it. It's not in your life per se. But it's something that is going to maybe that is going to help you, that is going to guide you in the choices that you need to make. You know, something that is going to guide you in the choices that you need to make, or something that is going to make clear to you where your true path lies and where you have to focus your attention. You know, and not only that, but maybe also with whatever is happening, if it's with somebody, you know, somebody like family and stuff, you know, if you want to manifest, for example, a good Christmas in your family or whatever this situation pertains to, you know, you're going to have to focus on it 100% to be able to have a nice, calm, family oriented holiday if it pertains to family, you know. Because I feel like this Ace of Fire is bleeding on that Ten on Fire a little bit, you know. You see how I've been the whole reading I've been, I know there's something going on with these two with these two cards, and they're touching at the corner. For me, it almost makes me feel like it's that Ace of Fire is just, it's a very intense energy, and I feel like it's yeah, it's a very intense energy that's just making you realize that everything, something, your projects need to stay focused. You need to stay focused on one idea. You can have, many wishes in your life, that you want to accomplish in the next year or even within the few months to come. You can have many projects. Just write them down on a piece of paper, everything you want to do, and I know because I get like that too. Anything you want to do, even if it's different types of jobs, different things. You don't know if you want to work there or work there. It doesn't matter. Just, and then you'll manifest. You can work for a little bit there and then work a little bit at something else. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I've been doing. But I realized also that when I manifested my best job, well, not my best because I've had a few good jobs, but you can do so many things in 1 year. You don't have to stay at one place. You don't have to stay at one job. You don't have to. It's just, especially depending on the way you see things, there's always different jobs that can allow you to do something. You can, if you're in the medical field, you can be in the medical field, and if you want to travel, you don't have to work at a clinic. You can work at a thing to go work abroad. Once, you know what I mean, like for a few months in one country, for next month in another country, and then for next month in another country. You will always have possibilities to do whatever you want to do. Gain money, travel, or have a vacation, see people, stuff like that. You have to stay focused. You can do it. You have everything around you and the support to keep going, especially with that King of Water there. They're going to keep guiding you. You're not lost. you know you will be able, your journey is not done. It's not because you have this beautiful castle that you can just rest on your laurels. Okay, you'll always be protected, but you always have to be careful with that fire there. Okay, it's gonna turn out good in the end. There will be rain on that fire. There will be rain, and everything is gonna come back down. But um, you need to stay focused. I feel like it's something is gonna happen that is gonna make you realize something, and it's meant for that. It's meant for it. It's almost like if you're, I don't want to bleed on the other readings, because I almost want to be, just because of the fortunes wheel here, I almost want to say, like, if you're at the end of the cycle, it's going to be so it's something that is going to make you start a new one. Just, whew, take you along and make you go there, Either that, or it's something that is going to, because you're at the end of the cycle, test your foundation. Test to see, test you and see if you know where you're going. All right. All right. I hope this makes sense, because for me, it's just like I see it because it's obvious with me when I'm looking at the cards, and hopefully the way I'm showing you and everything, you understand what I'm saying. But it's there is always this message of love in the cards, love and 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 abundance because of that tower that's there. But we're still on the initiation path, and all this for me means that there is you're gonna have choices to make to know where you're next. If this is the end of a cycle, what do you want the next cycle to be? Where do you want to be when the next cycle starts? Do you want to focus on love? Do you want to focus on work? Do you want to and even if you want to focus on love and work, focus on work first, or love first, and then focus on work, and then focus on, you know what I mean? You decide the steps that you want to make it work. If you feel like you won't be able to work normally if you don't have love in your life, then focus on love first. If you feel like you won't be able to be fulfilled if you have love but no work, then focus on work first. Do it as you please. You will always be guided. Okay, but you need to make a decision. This is what I'm this is when I'm and it's funny because I'm going back to this card real quick just before I end. And yeah, this card symbolizes work. And there is this thing about there's 3 shovels in front of her and she's crossing her hands like she doesn't want to touch any of them. And it almost makes me feel like that, you know. It's like we're at a point where the gold shovel is in front of her, the black shovel and the white shovel, you know. And it's almost like she's at a spot where she's like, I'm good, I have my crown, I'm doing fine, I don't want to mess anything up, so I don't know what to choose. I don't You have to choose. It's that this is what I feel this message means. You have to choose at least which way to start, which way you want to start going. At least which way you want to start going. And if it can reassure you, I'm going to start doing the same thing, because all those readings, of course, I always take them with I always take them to heart, I always take them to heart. All right, guys, thank you so much. Love you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.